You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, General Hospital fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we've got something kind of off the wall to talk about, and that's about Dex Heller and if there's a chance that Jason Morgan might be his dad. There's a reason that we're asking, and there's a reason we've looked into the history to see if it is feasible. The reason that we're looking into this is because there is a rumor that Steve Burton might return to General Hospital. So he's on Days of Our Lives right now. His contract is up in October. They shoot like 6 months ahead, roughly. So he'll still be airing on Days of Our Lives through March. But that is absolutely no obstacle to him coming back to General Hospital while he's still on contract with Days, or while he's airing for Days, but his contract has ended. Wally Kurth does double duty as Justin Kiriakis over on Days of Our Lives, and of course as Ned Quartermain / Eddie Main on General Hospital. So it's really not a big deal for him to play both parts, to have both on the air. I mean, obviously you can't really be on contract at two soaps, but his deal is up in October. If he has the choice, he would probably come back to General Hospital, A, because he said he'd love to come back, B, because he was there for so long, he has so many friends on set, C, the vaccine mandate is gone, and D, General Hospital pays better than Days of Our Lives. And last, there's this whole controversy about awkward and bad things going on backstage at Days of Our Lives, and I'm sure every show has got politics and stuff, but maybe it's a friendlier work environment at GH. I don't know. So digging in, Evan Hoffer, who plays Dex Heller, is 26. So we're going to guess that the character is supposed to be at that age, you know, early 20s, mid 20s at the latest. Steve Burton is 53 years old. However, Jason is supposed to be born in 1974. They revised his birth date like up and back a couple of times, but he's supposed to be born in 1974. So basically the character of Jason is supposed to be 49, but either way, Burton's version of Jason is definitely old enough to have fathered Dex Heller. The timeline works, and Dex talked to Joss about being kind of bullied and beaten up at home by his brothers, and him either being adopted or being some kind of offshoot of an affair of his mom's could explain the animosity at his home. Remember, he joined the military to get away from all that, and he wound up in Port Charles when Michael hired him. He had been like a kind of soldier for hire mercenary sort of thing, and then he brought him in to infiltrate Sonny's organization. So the bottom line is Jason could have been in his 20s at some point when he fathered Dex, if it turns out that Dex is his kid. And Dex is one of those newer characters that people are torn about. A lot of people, it's kind of a love-hate thing with him, but a lot of people really like him, and tethering him to a long-standing known character as a parent could be fun. It could deepen everything. And he's at an age to be Sonny's secret son with Lily Rivera. And we've talked about that before, but so far there's been no motion on that. Dex and Sonny have this mentor-mentee, boss-employee / quasi-parental relationship. But aside from that, torture thing he did, they're getting closer. You know, he trusts them, but that doesn't mean that he's his dad. And in fact, it would be a whole lot harder, aside from saying that, you know, Dex was the baby that Lily was pregnant with when she was blown up by that car bomb and she survived enough to give birth. They could do a soap opera plausible thing, but the bottom line is there's a lot more room in Jason's history for him to be Dex's father than there is in Sonny's. So we looked at some fan comments on this because people have been debating over who might be his dad. And Tammy Lou on Twitter said she thought it would be a juicy storyline if Jason and Karen Wexler were Dex's biological parents. And then this other woman, Sappho Medusa, said, I really want Dex to be Jason's son after watching those scenes with Liz. And they were talking about the scenes at GH recently where Liz kind of shooed him out of the hospital. Was like, look, I know you work for Sonny, go away. And then VC Waiting said, I have definitely thought about Dex being Jason's kid. But there are other people that are less kind on this subject. For instance, Haley on Twitter said Dex is a cheap knockoff of Jason with zero depth. Kind of funny. Skywater said, sorry, but Joss and Dex isn't going to be Carly and Jason. But let's cut into GH history real quick. And there is a definite window of time where Jason could have fathered this child while he was off screen. We're going to tell you the exact dates. But first, if you haven't already, we'd love it if you'd reach down, click that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to follow us. That way, you'll know when there's a new video if you click that notification bell as well. And if you enjoy this and other GH videos, we would definitely appreciate a like, and we love your comments. Definitely leave us your comments. We read them all. So from about January of 2000 to August of 2000, he was gone. In January of 2000, Jason left Port Charles. He came back in August of 2000. Then he left again in October of 2000. And it looks like he might have had an absence until around early 2001. So there's definitely these gaps right there at the right time. If in 2000, while he was off screen, Jason got some woman pregnant, I don't see room in a storyline. Some people have said they would like it to be Jason and Brenda's kid. I don't think that Brenda's coming back. That's just my opinion. But there is a window for him to have gotten someone pregnant in 2000 and then given birth. And so we have a kid in their early 20s. Jason's timeline actually has room for them to add to his history and say, oh, while I was gone and I was off living in XYZ place, I met this woman and I got her pregnant, and, you know, he might have not even known her. I mean, Jason could have been out of Port Charles laying, you know, random unprotected pipe with some woman. Maybe Dex's biological mom, and maybe he's just not the child of his dad. Of course, they may not go this route at all. They may just have Dex be Dex. But if Jason is coming back, and again, it's just a rumor at this point, I think it'd be a whole lot of fun to tie them together, especially given the mob stuff. I think it'd be pretty interesting. What do you guys think? Drop us some comments, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.